こんにちは。私はアダム・スミスです。国フロンじゃなくて、MIEZARUTE ART SCHOOL のアダム・スミスです。You probably already know that karate, sushi, ninja, and karaoke are Japanese words used in English. Well, today we're going to look at some words used in English that many people don't know are Japanese loanwords. Emoji.
Emoji.
People all over the world send emojis, those little pictures we use in messages and on social media to make them fun or to make our intentions clear. Well, not everyone knows that emoji is a Japanese word, with the e part meaning picture and the moji bit letter and character. In effect, emojis are like Japanese pictograms that took over from old-style emoticons. No more sore necks from rotating your head anti-clockwise 90 degrees. Honcho.
Honcho.
All these years I thought that honcho was a Spanish word, what with it rhyming with poncho and all. Growing up I used to hear this word in American TV shows, where people would refer to their gang leader as the head honcho. Anyway, I only found out recently that honcho comes from the Japanese word for squad leader. These days, the CEO of a company, such as Tadashi Yanai of fast retailing, is as likely to be called honcho as an army chief. Satsuma.
Satsuma.
Growing up in the UK, I always got a Satsuma or two in my Christmas stocking, so I always associated this word with Christmas. In the deep midwinter, I thought Satsumas must come from somewhere warm, maybe Spain or Portugal or somewhere like that. But only this year I found out that the word Satsuma is derived from the former Satsuma province in Japan, from where these fruits were first exported to the West. Koi carp.
Koi.
When I was a boy, there was a boom of rich folks getting big fat brightly coloured koi carp to pop in their garden ponds as a kind of fishy status symbol. Only now do I know that koi is the Japanese word for carp. So when we say koi carp in English, we're basically saying carp carp. Tycoon.
Tycoon.
I loved playing video games when I was little. And I clearly remember a game called Railroad Tycoon, in which you play the role of a railroad boss. On the cover was a picture of a cigar-chomping American, so I always thought the word tycoon was an English word. But no, tycoon comes from the Japanese word Tycoon, which means great lord or prince. In English, the word tycoon is always used to mean a wealthy, powerful person in business or industry, such as Jeff Bezos, the head of Amazon. Typhoon.
Typhoon.
From tycoon to typhoon. Typhoon is another word that I think most English speakers don't know comes from Japan. In English, we'd describe a typhoon as a type of storm in the northern hemisphere. If the storm forms over the North Atlantic Ocean and Northeast Pacific, it's called a hurricane. And if the storm forms over the South Pacific and the Indian Ocean, it's called a cyclone. Sudoku.
Sudoku.
A few years ago, there was a worldwide Sudoku explosion, and I have relatives who love solving these fiendishly difficult number puzzles. When I found out the word Sudoku comes from the Japanese characters su, meaning number, and doku, meaning single, I thought this puzzle must have been invented in Japan. But actually, Sudoku originated in Switzerland and then travelled to Japan by way of America. Rickshaw.
Rickshaw.
The only time I've been on a rickshaw was in Thailand, where I did my CELTA course. There are loads of rickshaws in Thailand, but you rarely see them in Japan outside of touristy spots like in Kyoto. So I automatically thought rickshaw was a Thai word, but actually the word rickshaw is an abbreviation of the Japanese word jinriksha, with jin meaning human, riki, power or force, and sha, vehicle. Hunky dory.
Honcho dory.
In English, hunky-dory means everything is fine and going well. For example, I'm on holiday and the weather is great, so everything is hunky-dory. To me, hunky-dory sounds like a very British expression. My dad says it a lot, and it's the title of a David Bowie album, so I was really surprised to hear the theory that traces it to a street called Honcho in Yokohama, Japan, a place where sailors on shore leave found bars, nightclubs, and other sorts of things sailors on shore leave go looking for. Umami.
うまみ、
I thought there were just 4 basic tastes: sweet, sour, salty, bitter. And then up pops umami. Basically, umami has been described as meaning savoury and is characteristic of broths and cooked meats. Now, the word umami is widely used in restaurants, food reviews, and cooking shows, including my current favourite Netflix show, Waffles and Mochi, which I wholeheartedly recommend you watch for fun English practice. Umami has gone mainstream. And mochi is Japanese too. Thanks a lot for watching. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to see more from MIEZARUTE Art School. Sayonara. Oh, that's Japanese too. See you next time.